Hello. Hello,
Hello.
guys, and welcome to Insaka Talk Show. My name is Nelly Bartholomew. We wanted to play you a little snippet today of the beautiful Shalamwana, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that and why we started the intro with Shalamwana today. In the studio with me are the lovely ladies, Priska,
Hello, how are you?
Irene,
Lishani, how are you?
and the lovely Winnie Musonda. How are you doing today, darling?
I am good and tired.
We can tell.
And we can hear.
You were screaming yesterday.
No, I didn't scream. I just had so much laughter, and
Oh,
that's it. Yeah.
Laughter is good for the soul.
Yeah, that's good.
So, welcome to Insaka Talk Show. On today's show, we have a lot going on, guys. So many trending topics, and we're going to get right into it. I think we're going to go ahead and start with the lovely Winnie Musonda. Will get you the intro. Let us talk about the Winnie Musonda Hope Foundation and what transpired yesterday. Can you tell our viewers what happened yesterday in New York?
So in New York, we had one of the most, I'm gonna say one of the most exciting event ever. It only happens once a year. My voice is gone because I had great guests with me yesterday. And yesterday we were celebrating the 10th anniversary of Williams Adult Foundation. And we've been doing galas for the past couple of years, but this year we did lunch. And I didn't expect to have numbers showed up. Like people came in and people had so much fun and it was different. It was different venue, good food, good drinks. It was amazing. And everybody who came, they really understand why we do HIV AIDS and why we are advocate of HIV and AIDS. And so it was a beautiful moment for people to see actually what we've been doing for the last 10 years. And I can't say how many and how much, but everybody who donated yesterday, we thank you for the dollar. We thank you for your effort to just leave your important day and dedicated that morning to us because it means a lot. You know, we get money by hourly here. So when you see people who have these beautiful jobs, they make a lot of money coming to such thing. That's more than donation first. That's I'm gonna say that.
Mhm.
Thank you. Never take this for granted. We had a deputy ambassador coming in. She came in there. She said, I'm going to be there for 2 minutes. The lady stayed until the door was closing at 5 o'clock.
That's
Nice.
how you do
that's how
it.
you party.
We
That's
had Sadiq all the way from Atlanta coming in the day before. Like, guys, this is our president of OZA coming in all the way from Atlanta and giving us that time and just like go to the airport, get a car, rent a car, and stay in a hotel just to come there and they pledge $250. Guys, it's amazing that we're sending 10 kids to school, y'all. I can't scream, but I'm
Good
just
job.
so grateful
Good job.
because there was Belina. She never been to the gala. This is first year. She said, Winnie, I am sorry I've never been. I've been missing out. She gave a donation of $500. Like there was that.
Wow, that's good.
There was a friend, Sheila, she's the one who brings her over all the time. She always been supportive. And she brought a friend. This is what I say when you bring a friend. She brought a friend gave her this donation and leave a busy schedule coming there. We had people, ADA and Flow Kid, they're my baby brothers, but they come, two of them, two DJs at the same time. I'm grateful.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Judy 50 and Sarah, they gave a donation of $600. Like
Whoa.
guys, it was amazing. So altogether, I'm gonna just say the numbers, the money we have in cash and the money that we have in pledges. So we have total number in cash, 2008. $2,860 was made yesterday, like on the spot.
Good.
Oh,
Henry was a co-host. Mainga played it. We played so well. He did an amazing job. Mainga, thank you. We can never take you for granted. Like, it's a small organization we're working through. And then we had, in pledges, we have $2,870. So altogether, we made more than, I think, close to $7,000 yesterday.
That's good.
And our goal,
Congratulations.
yeah, and our goal is 10,000 for yesterday for this donation. So the donation is still gonna keep on going. We want to make sure we have 10,000 by the end of this month, so we can take 10 kids to college, guys.
That's
So
good.
with your help, I'll put up the number there. You can please keep on donating, and I'll say a couple names. Zambian family, I can't forget about that. I'm part of the Zambian Family Organization, the executive in Zambian family.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Pastor Ernest Chongo just sent cash up to me for winning on the Hope Foundation for $100.
Yay!
Woo!
Thank you so much. Yay!
And
Yeah.
Thank
guys,
you so much,
it's
Pastor.
not too late. It's not
Yeah,
too
he said
late.
it to
Let me
cash up,
just
so
chime
I'll send
in.
it to you.
Let me just
Thank you,
chime in.
Pastor Ernest.
Yes, thank you, Pastor Ernest, for your support.
Thank you,
It's
Pastor.
not too late. You can still support the Williams on the Hope Foundation. You can send the information in. Winnie, please share how people can Zelle or Cash App you the information,
Yes.
and we'll share that on our page as we go. So you have 1 more minute, and then yeah, then
Then
we
you
You
do
can
move
the.
on.
I
go.
can't say all these names. I'll just put it up there. The names. Since we have 1 minute, Bantam, yeah,
Just say
Zambia.
what's on top of your head.
On top
And
of my head, I just want to say, guys, this is not a joke. It took my family to die to HIV/AIDS. So it's not like I'm playing it. I feel like God put me in a different ministry. He took away my family to go, but He has given me hundred of kids, and we can do this with you. And God has replaced. So I'm not here to play and make jokes. And do not make jokes of me because I'm an advocate. Because infected or affected, we need to support each other. We can all do this. It doesn't have to be me, but somebody else is benefiting from you. So please, thank you. And you guys, thank you for supporting.
You're most welcome, Winnie.
I'm out.
you're welcome.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
I'm
Winnie.
gonna go sleep. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, you're excused.
All right, all right. So, guys, again, like we said, we have a lot of trending topics, right? But we want to make sure we acknowledge our people. Oh, hey, Ramashina, Nelly Muchimba, Simanga. Thank you for the love, honey. Thanks for watching the show. We also have our dear Princess Mwangala. Good afternoon, beautiful queens. You look fabulous, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you so much, love.
Yeah, and then Princess says, Winnie, you did an amazing job yesterday. Look gorgeous. Okay, and
You're all wearing black.
yes, we're in sync. And let me tell you, we don't discuss what we're gonna wear. We rarely talk about what we're gonna wear. It just so happens that I come in and Irene came in second, and she just looked at me and starts laughing. And then before we could finish laughing, Priska comes in and she's in black too. So we don't even talk about it, but for some reason we sync. This is what usually happens. Salamata says, looking stunning, ladies. Thank you, sis.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.
And Sama, my sister as well, says, hi, ladies, looking lovely. Kudos to everyone for their support to the foundation. All right. So thank you, Sama, for acknowledging that. Guys, again, back to the training topics. I'm just going to start from the top. So, like we said, we started with the opening song that we started with. I want us to talk about why we played that song. As most of you already know by now, Shalamwana is no more, right? The Congolese musician, dancer, performer. I mean, she was all rounded, y'all. That lady was something else. She passed away, unfortunately, yesterday. On Friday, actually, was it the 9th? I think it was the 9th, or the early hours of yesterday, in Congo, DRC, and it was just amazing to see all the people. And I thought we had a picture of her. I just noticed we don't have a picture to put up. But Shalamwana, Congolese musician, dead at 64. May her soul rest in peace. And do let us know, what is your favorite Shalamwana song or memory? Because I think most of us remember our parents having parties and playing Shalamwana songs. What is your favorite? Let us know in the comments. Um, sorry, I've been monopolizing the conversation.
No,
Uh,
that's okay. That's okay.
have-
That's okay.
yeah, great.
When you talk about Shalamana, I think a lot of people relate to her because she was this beautiful queen who had a beautiful body. She used to remind me of Tina
Wait.
Turner because she had the legs like Tina Turner, and she wasn't even shy about showing off because she knew she looked good. And
Yeah.
it was funny because every time she came to Zambia to perform, all the cameramen, instead of shooting the pictures of her face, they were going right in the Chivelo because it was very attractive. She was a beautiful woman, and I
What
think
did
she
she
left
pass
a
from?
huge legacy. Yeah.
Yeah, Priska, you were gonna say something?
I was asking what did she pass from? Like what caused her death?
It wasn't disclosed. I think it was just the husband who actually went on social media and said very beautiful words about her. Like he gave her a beautiful life with her, but she's no more. And then he quoted a word in Lingala. Very
Oh,
beautiful.
So
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Well, may she rest in peace.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen. So the next topic on the line, um, again, since we are talking about death, unfortunately, Tina Turner's son, Ronnie Turner, died also at the age of 62.
Mhm.
Wow. What a coincidence. So
I,
Yeah.
Irene Shalamona reminds you of Tina Turner. She died at
yeah,
62. Then the
mhm,
Can
son.
you imagine?
yeah,
Yeah. I didn't even think about it.
yeah, yeah. She was more like the African Tina Turner, honestly.
Yeah.
She was very on stage. She was very magnetic, you know.
Yeah. She was
On,
very capturing.
So in
mhm,
these days, would compare her to what? To Beyonce?
yeah,
Hmm.
pretty much. But
Like
she was
performer,
she was
singer,
also
everything.
scandalous, like when she's performing,
Yeah.
she would wear like her belly would be out, oh yeah, half her
And
leg is
all the time, one leg will be out when she's
one leg.
dancing. She
Yeah.
used to tie her
Hmm.
tie on the side so that
Yeah.
when she's dancing, her,
Hmm.
her leg is showing.
Yeah.
There was even a joke about chicken. Men used to order chicken at can I order a
Can I
shalamana?
get a shalamwana?
Meaning, yeah, the leg.
What was I? You shall fish of yourself.
I'm telling you, people were so bad.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, I want a shalamwana. That means they want the thigh. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I found a picture, guys. Here it is. Let me put it up so you can see. For those of you that don't have an
Oh
idea,
wow.
yeah,
Yeah,
that was Shalamwana, on stage. And of
yeah,
course, the
it
picture is
is.
kind of cut, but the whole entire leg
He's out.
is out. You know,
Ooh.
yeah, she was something else. Rest in peace, lady. So next on the trending topics, we talked about Ronnie Turner passing away, unfortunately. Also, apparently he had suffered from cancer before, so
Mhm.
he did have like pre-existing conditions, but the police department got a phone call that somebody was having a difficult time breathing,
Breathing.
and they tried to resuscitate him, and he was outside. He died like outside somebody's home. So, and they pronounced him dead on the site. So, may he rest in peace as well. Also, the next topic, the basketball player, the American female basketball player, Brittany Griner, was released from prison, from the Russian prison where she had been convicted of some drug charges. That's a picture taken at her release. As you can see, her dreadlocks are no more. This was Brittany Griner, Brittany, sorry, Griner, when she was taken into custody. And this is her after picture. So you can see that definitely she had a hard time in that prison, guys.
Yeah, she lost a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm.
So I hear there's a lot of drama around this release
Mm-hmm.
because there's the other gentleman who's a reporter who was, I think, no, he wasn't a reporter. He was a reporter, but I think he was a snitch, something. He's still in jail in Russia, but a lot of people are saying, why her
Mm.
when he went in jail a little longer than her?
Why not her?
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Why
Um,
her? Why not her?
yeah.
So,
So
yeah, then the other thing is, let's see, trending topics. So Brittany is out. She'll be home for Christmas with her family. That's great. Um, a reporter who was at the World Cup, Grant Wall, died mysteriously under mysterious circumstances. Let me put it that way.
I
After
wonder.
after he was thrown out for wearing an LGBTQ colors to a game. He was thrown out of that game, and he mysteriously died.
I
Uh,
wonder. Chalo Chabe no kwai. But
mhm.
and is it true that he wasn't, he's not the one who was gay, his brother was gay?
Well, he wore the colors. It's not.
but
Yeah,
why
he
would
wore
you
the
go there
colors.
and promote that?
Yeah,
Kuchalo, where you know they don't even allow that.
yeah.
Why
Yeah.
would you do that? It was not
Oh,
even, it was not even, how there's a month where you support it, nothing against it, but that was the wrong place at the wrong time in the wrong country to
yeah,
Mhm.
do that.
Yeah. So, some things I know as Americans we have a lot of rights and
yeah.
freedoms, but we have to remember when we go to certain
Other
places
countries, yeah.
where other customs are not appreciated. I mean, just you know, yeah. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. That's
Yep,
what I can
that's the
say.
right one.
All right, Irene, you want to talk about this one?
P. Diddy. You know, this celebrity thing, having babies anyhow, is just very mind blowing. Because
Mhm.
P. Diddy has, I think, 7 children
No, that was
already that are grown. Yeah.
well, come the seventh. He had six.
Yeah, six. Now this is a seventh. I mean, I don't know how he feels about uh I work with babies, so I know how interactive you have to be with a baby. So obviously it's the mother to the baby that's gonna be 100% on the baby. But hey, it is what it is. Some people have money and they can pop babies anyhow.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I have
So,
one. I'm still thinking of how do I get the second one at my
mm.
age.
Winnie, mom says, congratulations, you're doing an amazing job in Zambia. Um, oh, she also says, Nelly, you're wearing a bishop's collar. No, I am not a bishop. Hey.
Beautiful.
All
Hmm.
right. Okay. Oh, this is my uncle, Uncle Tobias Nyendo says, you're looking great. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
watching
Uncle.
and
Thank you.
supporting. Isao Piri says following. Thank you, Isao. Guys, we want to hear as we talk about these topics. We do want to hear from you. We want to hear what you think about what we are talking about in the comments. Also, Kiki Palmer is expecting her first child. You guys, this is her first pregnancy. Never been pregnant before. Congratulations, Kiki.
Congratulations, Kiki.
There she
I
was
thought
showing off.
I
For
thought she
those.
was dating women. That
Mhm.
changed.
No, I don't think that's, I don't know.
I
I
don't know
shouldn't say.
about
Me
that.
neither.
Yeah,
It
I
was
don't
a
know.
rumor that she was dating women and she actually did not even want to disclose that sexuality.
Well, now she
Well,
did.
Beautiful.
well, congratulations, Kiki. Thank you for helping the world grow. Um, moving to Zambia, your maps. Let me see. Your maps was at the wedding. Let me see. I think this should be a more fitting title. Your Maps was at the wedding at DJ Kandeke's wedding. DJ Kandeke is Your Maps manager, you guys. And so let's see if we can find a picture. That's a picture of Your Maps, obviously, and his wife Kidist at the wedding. And this is a picture of the bride.
Oh,
So why
beautiful.
white and white?
Yeah, I don't know. Why would you have a wedding and have people wear white as a bride, right? As your bridesmaids. It's supposed to be your day. Who talked her into this?
You know, some
Well,
people are just ignorant. I'm just gonna say she was just ignorant about it. She just didn't know.
and sometimes they see some things on social media. I have seen weddings where the bridesmaids are wearing white and it's beautiful when you look at it on Instagram, and
Mm-hmm.
they're like, I want that too, you
Now
know?
this outdid her. I mean, she looked amazing, better than the bride.
Yeah,
That's what you get. Nga for if you're black king Monica different.
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. It's not, it wasn't a good idea. Guys, if you're getting married, don't have somebody else wear white as a bride. Why should people, compete with you? You are the center
Exactly.
of attention. You've waited for this day your whole life as a woman. It doesn't make sense. So, you know, um, let me find. We have pictures of
Oh
the
yeah,
DJ Kandeke, right? And your maps. I think the guys looked amazing.
they did.
His
Yeah.
socks though, he was wearing in Soko Shakwatama was what was that on purpose? What was that all about? I didn't understand that.
I don't even want to say anything.
Sister Naka Naine.
I
I don't
mean, Kandeke, was that was it fashion? Was it on purpose?
mm,
I think those they call them funny socks. They're in. You see like somebody is wearing like a black suit and wears like a striped red, green, yellow socks, and they
mm.
show them off when they wear those skinny short pants. I don't know if it's hip. I don't know what's going on.
I want to know why apples though. Red apples.
I mean, that's what they like.
So this is the lineup of the bridesmaids. As you can see, everybody's in white, and yeah, it takes away from the bride. That's my opinion. I don't know what you guys think. We want to hear from you and what you got to say about that. But
It does.
mhm,
Not two ways
mhm.
about it.
Yeah, Princess says, my girl Kiki, congratulations. And Nachi Makondo says, following. Thank you, Nachi.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for
Thank you,
joining the
guys.
conversation. So yeah, moving
So
on.
let me say
Moving.
something.
Go
Those
ahead.
of you that are following, could you share this live stream?
Yes.
Just
Please
don't
share.
Share
share
and
free
subscribe and like.
thing, but also share because we have something very, very important. Well, something controversial that we're going to talk about. So let your friends and your friends to tell their
Mhm.
friends to follow as well.
Yes.
Absolutely. Now, yes, Diabena Soloch. Hey, goodness gracious me. Um, okay. Uh,
Nelly, did you read the private chat?
yes, that's what I'm reading through. So Solochi and your maps, guys. This issue, I don't know if there's a Solochi and your maps or if it's just Umulomo. I don't know exactly what it is, but this is the girl Solochi, basically, claiming that she and your maps have had relations, and according to her, I think Tualami will just play the video for you guys later on in the show. But she had some interesting choice words to say about your maps and what she thinks of him.
She's
So
very pretty. He's got a type.
yeah, she's a very beautiful woman. But I
Yeah,
think
she is. Hmm.
Emila Andirefie, yeah.
Yeah.
He
And
definitely has a type.
yeah, definitely it looks like she looks like his type, to be
Yeah.
honest. So yeah, I don't know. Some people say there's no smoke without fire. Others, I don't know.
And
Let's.
sometimes it's safe to just let go, you
Mhm.
know? But I guess she's still hurting. That's why she talked about it.
No,
Because,
the story is the
Mm.
wife, and allegedly, guys, is that we're saying all of this
Allegedly.
today. Apparently, the wife called her and asked her if she was using protection with your mops, and then they met. After that, then I think so. Has the story is then kidist leaked some pictures to the media just to embarrass her as a side chick. And then
Mm.
now she was like, oh, okay, this is what you're doing. I'm also going to talk. Then she started talking. So, and I don't know if she was dating Kondwani Banda. I don't know if you guys know him. He's a blogger. So Kondwani Ali Saflwa. And then he was like, Nalakushta exposed, Kudina video. I have evidence that Walina Yo Maps Bar, all of that.
Okay.
Well,
We won't know until it comes from the source itself. They have to acknowledge that this is what's going on.
Here's the funny thing. Solochi went live and said, of course, some choice things. And then Your Maps went live supposedly to dispute the whole thing, only for him to end up saying it is what it is, Palast. So, I mean, that leaves question marks. Like, he's like, oh, I'm a big brand, and I have a brand to protect, but it is what it is. So some people in the comments were like, well, if you're a big brand, why are you here talking for yourself? The shade, Kuzambia.
I'm telling you.
Anyway, moving on. Good news. Morocco breaks the record as the first African nation to advance to the World Cup semifinals. I don't know. Go ahead, Priska. I can see
I
you
don't know
want to
anything about
Well, I'll say something.
Uh-huh.
Morocco, apparently, allegedly, they don't call themselves Africans.
They're very stupid.
Yeah, so they try and stay away from the African word. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'll ask this. Our guest who's coming knows a lot about soccer. We can ask him as well to clarify so we don't say the wrong things. But I think that's the reason why a lot of people are not supporting Morocco, because from the beginning they don't associate themselves to Africa. Why? I don't know. Maybe because they're light skinned.
Their country is in
Africa. I'm supporting. So whatever.
I know, but they don't.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, guys, we need to go ahead and thank our sponsors. So we're going to go take our first break. When we come back.
Hold on, Nelly. Nelly, you haven't spoken about one trending topic for the 11th.
We have a lot. We're still going to come back to trending
topic. I thought maybe we were going to the main topic.
Yeah. When we come back, we're going to bring in our special guest, and he's going to join in the trending topics before we go into the main topic. So we'll be right back. Thanks.
Yeah, well.
Do you run a nonprofit organization in the education, health, and human services sectors? Do you need grant funding for your organization? Or do you need help developing programs to help you raise money for your nonprofit organization? At Vibrant Funding, our mission is to connect our nonprofit partners in the education, health, and human services sectors to the financial resources required to achieve their mission. We support nonprofit organizations based in and operating in the United States and Africa. We offer the following services to new and established organizations: program development, donor engagement and retention, grants research and writing. Contact us at www.vibrant-funding.com or email us at info@vibrant-funding.com. Call us at 404-751-6802 to learn more about our services and how we can help you to have an impact on the world. Vibrant Funding, connecting donors and nonprofits.
Welcome back to Insaka Talk Show, and as promised, we have a special guest with us in the studio today. His name is Victor Mwaba. He's going to be discussing this interesting topic with us today. Victor, welcome to Insaka Talk Show.
Thank you, Nelly. I'm glad to be here.
All right. So, before we get started, you want to tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, my name is Victor Kudamwaba. I've been living in Chicago since 2014, where the lovely Irene White is our president. I came to the US in 97. I'm a mining engineer by training. Glad to be on the show.
All right.
Welcome.
We're so happy to have you. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right. So before we went on break, Victor, I know you were watching from backstage and whatnot. So we were talking about the World Cup, and we talked about Morocco making it to the semifinals. What are your thoughts about that?
Unfortunately, the USA lost, but that's a story for another day.
I know.
Back in 1987, Morocco tried to join the precursor to the European Union. So they kind of wanted to identify with the Europeans. At that time, the Europeans said, no, you cannot join the European Union. You are Africans. And so that political move kind of left a bitter taste in a lot of people's mouths. And one of the players for Morocco actually did mention that they are flying the Arab flag high. And then the coach corrected him to say, no, we are flying the African flag high.
Right. Yeah.
So a lot of Africans were upset about it. But, you know, I try to disregard sentiments like that. Anybody can identify the way they feel like. There are people who identify male, female, whatever. If they want to identify as Europeans, they can do them, we'll do us.
Well, you know, for me, Morocco, having you explain that, right? It just feels like that child or family member who is maybe a little bit, if you're in a family of light-skinned people and you're dark, or you're in a family of dark-skinned people and you're extra light, and somehow you feel like you're different. That's what it, but you forget you're still part of the family.
Like, not even the only light skin. I mean, South Africa, we have white people. We have light skinned people in South Africa. They're not the only ones that are light. And then it's not like olive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But is it the captain that apologized? One of them, the team, I think it was a team captain. He apologized actually on behalf of the Moroccan team and Morocco itself. He apologized and they said something about we are all brothers and sisters, you know. Some people still caught some feelings. They're like, no.
Yeah, this skin shade issue, I think, started from the islands when during the plantations there were slave owners who were having relations with slaves, and then there was a huge population of so-called colored people, and in the islands they had a special status and they became quasi-masters in that respect. So it became a global trend, and here we are.
Well, moving on. I know you have a trending topic that you wanna share. Victor, please take it away.
Yes. First Quantum Minerals Kansashi Mine has made a proposal with ZCCM Investment Holdings to convert the dividends into royalties. Personally, I strongly disagree with that conversion. It's a trap. It's a tax gimmick. And I think hopefully the president and the leadership can put a pause on that supposed transaction, go through it again and make a counter offer that truly represents the interest of the Republic. Like I said, I'm a mining engineer by training. I've spent a lot of time working in the mines in the US. And so I know a scam when I see one. So I think Zambia needs to proceed with caution. We've been through this before. We can't keep making the same mistakes and expect something different.
Yeah, that's
interesting.
Thank you for sharing.
You need to have a chat with Mr. Victor Morba here or for some advice on that, so we don't go down the wrong path. Moving on, guys, another trending topic is that, you know, the beautiful singer Celine Dion revealed that she has a rare neurological disorder. This one is called stiff neck person syndrome. Stiff person syndrome, sorry, not stiff neck. I apologize. And what it is, and I'll just read it because I don't want to mess it up. So basically, about 1 million people in the world have this type of syndrome. It's a rare condition that causes you to have spasms, and the spasms are so great that it could cause bone fractures.
Oh, wow.
And she announced that this is impacting her vocal cords. She's not able to sing the way that she can sing. And so she canceled some of her 2023 tours. And guys, Celine Dion is 54 years old. So let's keep her in prayer. We know that she lost her husband some years ago. So yeah, it's been really hard for her.
Yeah. Oh, we'll keep her in prayer.
All right. So let's see. I think we have one last one. We had so many trending
I
topics
know.
today. I just want to make sure I didn't leave out any. I think we got it all. So now we can go into our actual topic of the day.
You left one topic, Mama.
Which one?
The 11th province.
Oh, yes,
How
yes,
can
yes.
you do that?
Like, how could I do that?
We are
All
the
right.
11th province, so we have to
Yes,
respect.
we have to talk about us, hey? That is definitely us. So this is an interesting one. So go ahead and get started on it, Irene.
Oh, no. Well, so UPND has a chapter. It's called UPND US Canada chapter. So those who are full supporters of UPND that wanted to be part of that movement, part of the support, a group was created. I'm in there as well. I'm one of the executives, and we've been like going through a lot of changes. We have a new chair now and a new executive team. But every time our president comes into the country, we go in and support. So when he came last time, he obviously he adopted the 11th province, which is the diaspora. And a lot of people were just saying maybe it's just talk, to make us feel good. And he actually came through. So he picked two. So far, there's two people on that same platform that have been appointed to foreign duty. We have Miss Rebecca Mansa,
Yeah.
who is going to Turkey. I think she's going to be the communication secretary, second communication secretary to Ankara, Turkey. Congratulations, Becky. You did a good job. And then we have Mr. Willis Musonda, who is actually the former chairperson for the same chapter. He was also called to be the deputy consul for DRC. So now we can visit Turkey and DRC. We came a long way together. Yeah.
That is awesome. Congratulations to those that have been appointed. And also not to forget, Dr. Elias Munsha was one of those appointed as well from Canada to be ambassador. Correct me, I don't remember the country, but I know he's been appointed into foreign service. So
Australia.
congratulations to all of you that are representing the 11th province.
No, I think Victor said something.
Australia.
Australia.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think that's it for the trending topics. Thank you, Irene, for bringing us back to the trending topics. Now, what is the topic of the day that Mr. Victor is going to help us expound on? Oh, and real quick, I apologize. Before we get started, I just want to show some of the comments here. Towera Nurenda, thanks for watching, girl. She says same applies to Egypt. They don't think they are part of us.
The African
They can go vamos benefit at River Fire anyway.
And Salome Hara says, this is good, Nelly. Thank you, Salome. Thanks for watching. Winnie Kumwenda, hey, girl, how you doing? She's part of OZA. She said, I have that too, just from the accident I had years ago. Oh, she suffers from stiff person.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, Winnie. Yeah, sorry. We'll keep you and Celine in prayers.
Yes.
And Princess Mangala says, congratulations to all of them that have been appointed from the 11th province. Proud of everyone on the team, I guess is what she's trying to say. So thank you, guys. Like we always say, don't be shy. Put it in the comments. We want you to be a part of this conversation. It's all about you. It's not so much about us. We're just the instruments that bringing these topics to you. All right, now welcome to the topic of the day. Basically the topic of the day is, would you date a fixer-upper? Right, is our main topic of the day. Like, would you settle down with somebody who is financially or economically not set up? So is the topic. So we're going to start with the question, would you you know what, let's start with this one. Would you marry a man without a steady income, ladies?
I would.
As long as there's potential.
Yeah, it's all about potential. You have to have something in you that you have to have a drive that I can see that you're able to pursue something. Because us women are pushers. When we see something in a man, we definitely will tell him, look, you're good with your hands. Why don't you open up your own like a handyman shop? You're going to make a lot of money, because you can see he fixes everything in the house. The next thing, you're going to be a multi-million-dollar job business. So you see that and you push it. So I would.
Things have changed nowadays. Like actually a long time ago, especially our parents, a man used to provide. Like a man had to have an income and provide, and women were just home. Things have changed these days. There are so many men that stay at home that don't have an income, and women support. So I would, if I was bringing enough money to support us.
True.
Okay, so the key thing is, if you're bringing, what if you're also in a position where you're unemployed,
No, go find a job.
Wait, Nelly, can you ask that question again? Do you mean the woman or the man? Both of you don't work?
I'm saying me as a woman, right? There's a man, he approaches me, oh, I love you, you're beautiful, I want to settle down with you, right? I don't have a job. He came and approached me, okay? I'm here in my parents' home or whatever the case may be. I'm being kept. And, here comes a man, and he doesn't have an income going for him either.
No, don't.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? It depends again.
He's being kept by an uncle. If he's in his parents' home, but hey, I love you.
Is he working on something?
Huh?
If he's working on something, then that's fine.
Okay.
But if you're just sitting on anything is a job. Catch table garden boy, whatever it takes for you to bring an income, that's fine. I will never look down upon what job you do, but I'm going to look up. You can't just sit here the whole day.
At John Sonia
I know. And besides, a man, even if a man doesn't work and a woman doesn't work, she will find ways of bringing food to the table. Normally that happens all the time. She will find a way. I don't know how. We always find a way. And the man will just say, I've been looking and nobody wants to hire me. And then he says that 30 times. Then you're like, you know what? It's 30 times too many.
Okay. So Winnie says what matters is love. It doesn't matter what he brings. So even if he brings nothing, Winnie, as in it's okay. As long as I would like to know. Okay, so what do you think, Victor? I know this question is tailored more towards women, but you have sisters, you have, I don't know if you have children. If you have a daughter, Kuntanshi, would you be okay with her settling down with a man who is not bringing anything to the table at the moment that is wanting to settle down with her?
Yeah, I do have two daughters. One is 11, the other one is 13. Preferably, I would like them to marry somebody who's bringing something to the table. But my wife and I raised them in such a manner that hopefully they won't need a man to be economically stable. So if they are the ones bringing, bacon and eggs to the table, I think so be it. In my career, some 10 years ago, I worked for a lady. She was a mining manager. Right now, she's a vice president somewhere. Her husband stayed home full time. They have 5 children, and she's an executive in mining. So here in the United States, it's different. It's okay. And from time to time, I joke with my wife. I say, "Hey, can I be a stay-at-home dad?" She said, "No, go to work." But yeah, I'll be okay with them as long as they are happy. My kids are happy, and they are the ones working. They are wearing the pants. I would be okay with it. I might be a little reluctant because I was raised in Zambia, but this is the United States. You roll with it.
Yeah. So Summer says the problem is you don't know how that man's behavior is going to change once he has made it.
That has been a problem.
Yeah, it has
Good point. People do say, marry somebody. It's good to know how they behave when they have money and when they don't, because sometimes money changes people. Sometimes, not all the time. So I think what's important is to look for the inner character of the person. What are their core values?
Yes.
And see if those are the ones that are going to carry them through with or without money. So Winnie responded, she says, well, sometimes you have to help encourage him to do better. Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with you, Winnie. We have to encourage one another. I think man or woman, even women need encouragement as well from their husbands and vice versa. Princess, yes, 100%. As a woman, it depends on what you bring out of him. Can't date a boy, but a man who's willing to bring something to the table and be the king. All right, girl. That's it. That's it. Okay. So now, let's expound this topic a little bit more and talk about this. Would you give up your career to support your partner?
It depends. I'm not just going to stay. So there are times when, especially us immigrants that come, where one person goes to school, another person stays home to take care of home. Once that one is done, then you go to school. Then that's fine. But just to say, okay, you will go get your nursing degree, I'll stay here and no. That one, no, I would not.
I think it's a very common thing. I think in the West African communities where the woman goes to school and becomes a nurse and the husband supports her, and then he doesn't go to school. And then when the woman tries to talk about, why don't you go to school like I did? He's like, no, I just want to drive a taxi. And they start fighting, and the next thing, everything spills. So I think it's a very common thing, but I can't speak for them. I'm speaking for them because this is something that a friend of mine was just telling me a few days ago, that she's going through that. When they came from West Africa, they agreed that we're both going to go to school. The husband drives a taxi, told the wife, go to school, become a nurse. She said, I started as a CNA, I became an LPN, I became an RN. I told him, okay, I can stop right now so you can go to school. He said, no, I'm good. I'm driving a taxi, I'm driving Uber. Then she became a nurse practitioner. He still wants to drive a taxi. Now they are having trouble because he thinks, oh, now you're very educated, you can talk to me anyhow and these kind of things. So, and then she claims they've been friends since they were 12. And then they got married when they were 18. So they have history. So she's stuck somehow. I don't know how to advise her, but that's what I'm saying.
So if I can jump in, my wife actually took that route of starting out as a CNA, and she was a student. I think the topic that Nelly mentioned was that can you marry a fixer-upper? My wife and I met in 2005, and at that time she was a student. She was a student full-time, and then she was working full-time also at some nursing home. So a lot of my friends questioned my decision making. They said, why are you dating a student when you can date somebody who's already graduated and working and all that? I did not have a very good answer for them. I just said, this is what my heart feels. Like Priska and you, Irene, mentioned, is that as long as somebody has potential, there's actually a song by Exile that says, So
Yes.
I saw the potential in the hustle. I'm like, you know what, this is the person I want to hustle with myself as well. She finished her associates, she finished her bachelor's, and she finished her master's. Now she's a next practitioner. At the moment, we are pretty much professional equals. And so I don't demand, I'm not the one who's going to make the decision to say, let's move to such and such a place because I'm making more money, because she's doing just as much. So it's like, I got to support her career as well. So, but, you know, like you said, like, as long as somebody has potential, you can nurture that potential. Behind every successful woman, a lot of times there's a man, and vice versa. Behind a successful man, there's got to be a woman. Sometimes it's the mother, but usually it's the spouse.
Yeah.
Absolutely true. I want to just share some of the comments from those that are joining us in the conversation. Pastor Ernest Chongo. Hey, Pastor Ernest, I think that money doesn't change people. However, it amplifies who the person truly is. I like that.
I think I like that.
I like that. That is so
That's true to the statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is absolutely true. And then Kunda Mary Mando says, hi, ladies and gentlemen, compliments of the season. Irene White, I see you.
Oh, thank you, Kunda. She's chiming in from Choma.
Oh, okay. All the way from Choma. Thank you. Much
Tell
love.
the people in Choma to watch. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell the Chomans, how do they call them? The Chomans to chime in. Salamata, my sister, says, I wouldn't risk marrying a man who doesn't bring anything to the table, because how do I know if he's just settling because he doesn't have money, e.g. Patson Dak.
Yeah. Like, seriously, Salamata, you have to go there.
So,
Who's Patson Daka?
is it
I guess the footballer.
The footballer.
So
I'm confused. I don't know why she mentioned, because he's
you need to explain why you mentioned Daka, because
Patson Daka is a footballer.
So remember, Patson Daka was dating a girl when he didn't make it. And then he married the friend to the girl.
After he had made it.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's what
I
she
think
said.
that's what
So
she
after what MP, I saw Mukana, I saw Sendom Nanko.
who's an athlete as well.
Okay, washuka Salamata, because ngatwathi kutumina after the show.
Oh, so in other words, Impi Ashari Muchinja Patson, instead of staying with the woman that stuck with him when he had nothing, he decided to upgrade or whatever.
No, actually, he had already made it. He was with his girlfriend when he had made it already to, international soccer. But when he started making big money, I think he realized that, the girl he was with was not good enough. So he wanted another standard, because the girl is also an athlete.
Yeah.
The girl that he's with. I mean, we don't say what he did was right.
Yeah.
There's mom.
Yeah, my mom says, biblically, the man is the head of the family. A man must be a provider. The woman is the helper, helping by bringing out the best in him. The woman must be financially independent too.
I agree.
Word. All right. Conversation now, bring the conversation coming in, guys. Even after the show is done, we can still continue in the chat with the conversation.
Yeah.
Can I chime in a little?
Yes.
I know the focus usually is on financial support. The man has to be the provider. I think we need to go beyond that. There's got to be spiritual support, professional support, especially social support. I mean, even if a lady has got it made, she's professional and all that, she needs somebody who can take the kids to the hospital, who can take the kids to soccer practice, somebody who can go and, grab some groceries, bread and milk at last moment.
Without waiting at in Shkwete
bread. And so there's a lot of support a partner can bring to the table apart from finances. I mean, it would be great, but there's a lot more. A stay-home partner actually is an equivalence of a six-figure earner. just from
Absolutely.
the things
I
they
agree.
do, sweeping,
Yes.
cleaning, and helping. So I think we shouldn't underestimate how much value a stay-home partner brings to the table, male
True.
or female.
Yes.
I absolutely agree with you. The focus on money should not always be, yes, of course, you need money to survive. You got to pay the mortgage and all these things, right? But like you said, you're raising your daughters to be economically self-sufficient.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So if they find a man that genuinely love and care for them, like I would lay down my life for this woman type of man, even though financially he's not where she is, if he's able to offer support in terms of, hey, he's the one that's always on the knees and praying for the family's health
Yeah.
and safety and everything,
Mhm.
trust me, that goes a long way, especially spiritual support. And then not to talk of emotional support, right? You come from work, it's been a stressful day, depending on what you do. You come home and you have somebody that you can, talk to and can calm down your fears and reassure you and help you feel secure. All of those are important for human survival and growth as a person. Yeah.
And like the example that I gave about being a handy person, you're
Mm.
not able to work, you don't have a job, and your wife is the provider. But you are the one who fixes almost everything. Because nowadays, especially in this part of the world where we are, everything that you need fixed, you have to go online and find a handyman who comes, you pay them $100. But if your husband is able to fix everything and anything, that's almost $20,000 a year that you are
Yeah.
actually banking. So you have to look at things like that. My husband is the one who takes the kids to school. I know he's struggling, but he makes sure that PTA meetings is there. If they are going for sports, he's there. Those are things that you should look for in a positive man. But if you're looking for money, then
Yeah.
you know what? Yeah, you're looking for the wrong things, because like my parents used to say, you have to date a man that you truly are happy with. Forget the love, that you are happy with. Because if it makes you happy, yes. Huh?
I forget
Yeah.
that love is happiness.
I'll tell you what, that's my dad who told me this. What he said was, love comes later. Because if you love somebody very much and you're not happy with them, you're still not going to stay. If you love somebody and you're not happy with them, are you going to stay for the sake of love?
That's
So you
confusing.
have to be happy somehow in your job, in your relationship. Then you see the love blossoming, because there's happiness. No, I'm gonna chiwi changanda. You are happy. Oh my God, I'm home. Not when you see the red door to your house, you're like, oh my God, I gotta go back. I can't. I don't want to. Like that is what I'm trying to say.
So on that note, Irene, I want to say something I heard yesterday. It was really interesting. It said something like, um, sometimes most people in love, most people in a marriage, they love each other, but they typically don't like each other. Sometimes, like
Yeah.
you love each other. There comes a time when you don't like your spouse. You're just like, "Abanabo."
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
And sit why so much why some quick wasanga udimu now bomba matanta. There's just certain things that yes, I love you, but I don't like you right now. And I know personally I've experienced those phases where like ugh, yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. I think that's where he was coming from. Like, happiness should be the biggest thing that should harbor your home. Because once that goes away,
Mhm.
then even if you love that person, I'm telling you, money will come. Ukalawa fokolafi.
I wanted to add on what Victor said about you don't just need financially support, spiritual, all those things. There are those marriages or those people that they're married, the husband is doing well, she's a stay-home wife. She doesn't bring anything to the table. But then there's so much abuse, there's so much emotional abuse, there's so much cheating, there is so much that why Kadilafe, because you are in a beautiful house, he will buy you a car, he will buy you this, but he's not supporting you
Yeah.
like mentally and all that stuff. So what you said, Victor, is correct, and I totally agree. Quite often, why because where am I gonna go? I don't have anywhere else to go.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, in a marriage, you have to be friends and lovers, and
There you go.
like
Yeah.
like what Irene said, you have to be happy.
Mhm.
And over the years, I've realized that happiness is a choice. You can decide to be happy. A lot of times we postpone when I'm gonna be happy.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day, I think when my wife and I met, my income has tripled from the time we met.
Mhm.
But somebody can say, you know what, I'll be happy when my income doubles, or I'll be happy when I reach this certain level of success. You're like, you know what, I gotta be happy right now. You
Yeah.
gotta look around yourself and actually start counting your blessings.
Yeah.
Sometimes our friends rob our happiness, they rob our
Yes.
blessings because we are looking at them like, oh, you know what? I remember back in the day, I did not own a home, as in purchase a house. I was living in an apartment.
Right.
Kwali baba engineer we kala mu apartment. So you
Oh,
start hearing things.
Why do they live in an apartment? They drive luxury cars.
You know, so my engineer mweba bula mayanda, shine. And maybe at that time, all I needed was a partner who can help me work on my credit, help me focus on the job, and before you know, things started falling in place. So, you know, sometimes we should be careful who we hang around with because they are always comparing us to other people. Look at your friend in Silicon Valley. Look at your friend in New York.
Yeah.
And then maybe once you get to Silicon Valley, they say, no, look at your friend in Zambia. They have 3 times what you have. You're like, you know what? You know what? I'm going to be happy for wherever I am. I'm just going to look at my family, my dog, and my wife. I'm like, you know what? I'm good. I'm not going to be looking at my friend in Zambia who's got 600 acres of
land.
I'm like, no, I'm content. I'll be happy, and I'll make a decision to be happy right here, right now.
What's your dog's name, by the way? I know you have a new dog. What's your dog's name?
His name is Leo, Lionel Messi. So we just.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, Leo. Wow,
I think that should be a topic. What Victor said. People always compare you to someone. They don't know what's going on in your household. You don't know what family I'm supporting. You just know that, okay, I'm a nurse's wapanga this much, and you should do this and that with your money. That is so rude.
Yeah.
It is very rude. There's a comedian in Zambia who keeps saying, keep your advice to yourselves. I can't remember his name, but it's like, you know, now that civil servants can get about a 20% from their NAPSA retirement and all that, and there's going to be people coming and say, hey, you should do this with the money. You should do that with the money. You're like, I'm sorry, don't make a budget for me. If there's anybody who's going to make a budget for me, it's my wife. So stay in your lane.
Victor, you are so right. And I want to say this, happiness is self-made, right? And I want to go back to the point that you made when you talked about when you make this money, when you get into this house, when you get married, even marriage, guys, for those of you that are not married, I want to stress this. Being married is not going to bring you happiness.
Amen.
It will not.
Amen.
If you are unhappy going in, you will be unhappy getting out, and you will be unhappy in it. It's self-made. It's up to you. We need, as individuals that God made us, you have to find the happiness. Find the things that make me, Nelly, happy. And I need to go after those things, right? And not just happiness, by the way, is temporary. Let's talk about joy, right? Yeah. Joy, I think, is more, it has more meat in it. Yeah. Because you can find joy even when things are not going right. You know, but that's a whole topic for another day. Let's read the comment here from our brother Anthony Bartholomew.
That's, by the way, Victor, that's Nelly's husband. This is called.
Oh, okay.
He says in America, women rarely would take a man without a job or financial stability, whereas men would take a woman with children and not much going for her.
That's true.
It's true.
Yeah, I think it's the same in Africa too. I think it's the same everywhere. I think men are more prone.
No, in Africa.
It's harder to get married if you're a woman and you have children, as opposed to a man A man can come in a marriage with children, but a woman to come in a marriage with children, it's very difficult.
Oh yeah,
You
with
need to start
children.
with that.
Yeah.
Yes,
They
you're
look
right.
at you like uli ule or tawale umfa. Relationships end, marriages end. It didn't work out. Let me move on to the next person. So we really need to stop with that nonsense.
Yeah.
It's like what Victor said. It's the family and friends that don't like the idea of you marrying a woman that came with 3 kids. You can love that woman.
Right.
I don't care how much you explain to them, like, look, idenimbo wachimba Victor. You know, it's a personal thing. Your love is so personal. You go to your friends like, this girl has 3 kids. Dude, you can do better than that. It's those little things that destroy the little hope and love that you have for that woman, and then you start believing it. If you're weak.
And guys, I know we are on time. We're going to end at 10 minutes after, which is in about 3 minutes, because we want to make sure we read everybody's comments. And Summer says, very engaging topics. Looking forward to next week's episode. I'm glad you mentioned that, because next week, guys, call your friends to call their friends to call their friends. It's going to be the Christmas episode. We are giving away air fryers for those in the United States. And for those in Zambia, we are giving away food hampers for Christmas. Yay! Yay! Yeah, there's a catch. Right in the middle of the show, we're going to be asking questions about episodes that have passed. Okay, so we need you to watch. We're going to be asking questions about episodes that have passed, and we'll also be asking questions about us. From you watching the Insaka Talk Show. What do you know about Nelly? What do you know about Priska? What do you know about Winnie and Irene? So we'll be asking those questions, and whoever gets their answer right, the first person to get it right wins something. We'll draw how many? 5 people?
5 people in America and 5 people in Zambia.
All right. So yeah. Let's see. What did Winnie Kumwenda says? That's so true. Happiness is everything. And then Kunda Mary says that topic is very tricky, though. It depends on how you relate as a couple. The foundation also matters. And
I think she said, reap what you sow.
You reap what you sow. Yeah. All right. And then the Reverend Doctor says the key word is love. That's true. Love is a key word. Tawera and Urenda says some marriages don't succeed sometimes because of spiritual connections. You find that you don't find work or your business is not building up the profit, but once you step out and go separate ways, things start happening. Hello.
Correct. I totally agree. I agree.
Ooh. And then Princess says it's so rude to shortchange people's love and happiness.
Yeah.
Princess says, yes, air fryer on the way. Woo woo. All right. All right, guys. Thank you so much. It's been a great
do we
show.
want to talk about Bakwetu?
Yes, go ahead.
Maybe next week we can talk about it.
Okay, I'll talk about it. So, guys, we have something exciting coming. We are partnering with Bakwetu TV. Okay. So if you're on Bakwetu, you'll also be able to see Insaka Talk Show is going to be one of those episodes coming to Bakwetu TV near you soon. So watch out for the details. All right. So in closing, we'll allow our guest Victor to go first and give some closing remarks. Go ahead, Victor.
I just want to say, choose happiness, choose love. And I would like to piggyback on what you said, Nelly. People, whether they have a certain level of happiness and sadness, whether they're rich or poor. So at the end of the day, choose happiness and choose love.
Amen.
Amen.
Irene?
Subscribe, share, like.
I love that.
Subscribe, share, like. Anyway, we need to see the love that you show us all the time. I don't want to meet you in the store and say, oh, and that time by Insaka, oh my God. Did you subscribe? Did you share? Did you like? Did you tell your friends?
That we have a new page too.
Yes, exactly. So you guys, you can help us grow And you will learn a lot from us, because this is why we created this platform, is to teach, is to showcase things like this, so that you guys can tell us what you feel about the topics that we have. We are learning, you are learning, everybody's learning. Let's do this. Come on, share, subscribe, like, tell your friends.
On Facebook, we are the Insaka Talk Show.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm with Irene. So no, choose love, choose peace. Look, I'm just behind Victor. What Irene said, and Nelly, I agree with whatever you're going to say. That one, the one that you're going to say, I agree with.
That's a good one. All right, guys, it's been fun. It's been great. Thank you for hanging around with us and chatting with us. Like I said, keep the comments going. And, you know, love is the most important thing. And when we talk about love, remember self-love as well, right? You cannot love others if you don't love yourself. You're going to project what is inside of you. So
Amen.
whether you're in a relationship, whether you're aspiring to get into one, love yourself, appreciate yourself for who God created you to be. All right. So this has been the Insaka Talk Show. Like, subscribe, share, and see you next week for the
friends.
All right.
Thanks for the invite. I'm glad to be here.
Okay.
All right.